Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Double Feature Podcast. This is Movies with Garrett, and I'm joined by Jakers X Gaming.
Yes.
Yes. This is an idea that I had because every teenager wants to make a podcast. I think this is commonly known. And my podcast has to do with being hypercritical of movies because I am hypercritical of movies. And Jake, you're not really hypercritical?
Nope.
You just kind of like watch movies.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully there's a good dynamic there. The premise of the podcast is for us to watch two movies that are similar in some way, like double feature movies, and then compare and contrast the two, like review them.
Mm-hmm. We watched Die Hard and Gremlins because they're both Christmas movies. They're not really Christmas movies. They both take place during Christmas and kind of have to do with Christmas, but they're not like Christmas movies.
Yeah, there was this weird obsession with Die Hard like 2 years ago about like, oh, how it's technically a Christmas movie that I had never heard before.
I don't think it was like 2 years ago. That's been like an argument since the movies came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I only noticed it 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, and I've never seen Die Hard. This is my first time seeing Die Hard. So, I don't know. We'll talk about that. I guess we're getting into Die Hard now. We might as well just hop right in.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So Die Hard it follows John McClane, a police detective. I feel like everyone knows the plot to Die Hard. I knew the plot to Die Hard even before I watched it.
Just to summarize it anyway.
Okay.
For those viewers at home that don't.
So there's this whole Christmas party in a tower, and there's this crazy heist operation with 12 terrorists, and John McClane is stuck in the tower, and he needs to fight his way through the terrorists and save his wife. It's your typical action movie. There's like a B plot with the cops and how the cops are not very useful.
I don't think it's a B plot.
I mean, it's not a B plot. That was a misuse of the term B plot. But it's kind of like sprinkles on top. You know, like it's not like the focus.
Yeah.
I guess it's technically the focus. Anyways, what do you think of Die Hard, Jake?
I enjoyed Die Hard. Die Hard is probably my favorite action movie.
Ever? That's kind of crazy, actually.
What's your favorite action movie ever?
Well, I mean, this is the first time I've seen Die Hard, so I might have to think about it. To be fair, it could be. But action movie is such a broad term. Like, all superhero movies fit into that.
Yeah, but I think Die Hard's a better movie than a lot of the action.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then a lot of the superhero movies. I like Captain America, Winter Soldier, but I think it's better. I think Die Hard's better than that.
Yeah. Does it bother you that Die Hard's a little cliche? Like, especially now?
I don't know. I feel like you can't. I think you got to look at Die Hard when it came out.
Yeah.
And not when it is now. Because Die Hard wasn't cliche then. It's only cliche now is because people's copied it. We've gone back and looked at it instead of looking at it when it came out.
Well, that's the crazy thing about Die Hard for me is I was sitting watching Die Hard for the first time after already seeing all of the parodies. The same thing happened to me with Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like both of these movies, if you watch them now, they're kind of corny.
Wait, there's parodies of Reservoir Dogs?
There aren't. Yes, actually, yeah, there are.
Like what movies?
They're not movie parodies. There's an SNL skit with Andy Samberg.
Oh, okay.
Where everyone keeps coming back to life after they get shot and shooting someone else. And then also just Steve Buscemi being Steve Buscemi. But Die Hard, I mean, there are movies that have literally just directly parodied Die Hard, like shamelessly. Like the Lego Movie 2 just had a shot with Bruce Willis climbing through a vent.
I haven't seen the Lego Movie 2.
Oh, you haven't? Oh. Well, there was just a shot where they just ran into Bruce Willis and they're like, "Oh, hi, Bruce." And he's like, "Yes, I live in the vents." So, so everything is parodied Die Hard to such a degree that it's like, I was watching Die Hard and I was like, wow, I finally get it now. I feel like I'm in on the joke, you know? And I'll be honest, that did kind of take away from like one or two scenes where it's hard to take seriously. But then I like in the broad scheme of Die Hard, you're not supposed to really take it seriously.
Yeah, I
It's-
feel like it's kind of like Ocean's 11.
Yeah, well, it nails the crazy action movie that it is. Like, it's very clear from the first like 10 minutes what type of movie it's gonna be, and it is the best kind of that movie. It's the best possible action movie, in terms of like how it's all taking place in one location. That's impossible to pull off without it being boring. Like there have been so many movies that have tried to do something like that and have made it really boring. But Die Hard is just completely action packed and super like adrenaline filled, that somehow through movie magic they made it really cool and not boring to watch at all. Like, it had me throughout the whole movie, and we watched it pretty early, so
Yeah.
like if we had watched Gremlins first, I probably would have fallen asleep.
Dang. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like I'm just kind of throwing this at you. And you're like,
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. When Die Hard's on TBS, that's what they dub it to.
yeah. I can't believe they would ever put Die Hard on TBS though. You know, I wasn't expecting it to be as gory as it was.
It's an R-rated. It's one of those like 80s, 90s R-rated movies. Like RoboCop is very gory.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
The old RoboCop. Sorry, not the new trash.
Yeah. Well, that's the vibe that that Die Hard gave to me, and I don't know how well versed you are in this, but I've been watching a lot of Red Letter Media, and they do this all the time, where they just watch B movies or like really trash like VHS like garbage movies.
Why would you do that?
Because of how bad they are, and it's kind of
Yeah,
entertaining how bad they are. Anyways, they're all rip-offs of Die Hard and RoboCop and Terminator. Like they all, like those three, and I'm sure like a few others. It's just everything is taken note for note, and it's crazy how well Die Hard was able to pull that off, and how poorly like almost everything else can. Like even RoboCop is like not on the same league at all with Die Hard. You're looking at me with like this blank stare. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's been a while since I've seen RoboCop. I also really like RoboCop.
Okay, to be fair, I haven't seen RoboCop. I'm just going off of
okay.
the parodies for RoboCop too.
Oh, are you judging the parodies of RoboCop against the parodies of Die Hard to see which one's better?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Welcome to my life. Okay, so Gremlins. How about you summarize Gremlins?
Okay, so there's this dad that is trying to get a gift for his son, and he finds this Mowgli. Is that what it's called?
No.
Mogwai.
Not a Mowgli.
Oh, Mowgli's the thing from...
It's like a Lord of the Rings thing, isn't it?
No, it's from Jungle Book.
Oh.
That's the name of the kid in Jungle Book. Okay. So, the son finds this Mogwai that he then gives to his kid, and there's the 3 rules that everyone knows. It's keep him out of the light. Don't feed him out. Nope. It's the second one's don't get him wet, and the last one, the most important one, is don't feed him after midnight.
Yes, that is the most important one.
Because that turns them into the evil ones.
Well, I mean, they were pretty evil when they were just the water ones, too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, well...
If you're not Gizmo, you're a bad gremlin. And so then they end up getting fed after midnight, and they wreak havoc across the town till eventually they're stopped by Gizmo, the original.
Yeah, I
Gremlin.
guess they are just stopped by Gizmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part of Gremlins is the gremlins, and then everything else is really not that great. Like all of the dialogue scenes and all of the actual characters are
Yeah.
really bad.
Because I think Spielberg was trying to make a kids movie.
A horror movie.
Yeah.
A kid's horror movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
That kitchen scene was badass though.
The kitchen scene was cool. That's my favorite part of the movie.
So the kitchen scene was the most horrifying scene.
Oh, most definitely.
Can we just okay. So So basically, the mother comes and she finds the evil gremlins, who are, and then she just gruesomely kills like 4.
Yeah, so the first one she puts in like this kind of like food processor blender mixture thing, and it just like spews guts everywhere. The second one she just stabs. What did she do with the third one?
Puts it in a microwave and its
but wasn't there another one?
Then the last one she chopped off the head of and threw in the fireplace.
Oh yeah, there was also yeah. She puts one in the microwave and then she chops. That's terrifying. And then you just see like it's like head burning.
Yeah, it's a PG movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
so you can show your kids it.
Well,
I recommend it to like all the 3-year-olds out there.
Only with parents' permission. It's rated the same as the Muppets movie, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's rated the same as Frozen. I'm pretty sure Frozen's also PG.
Yeah, the last G movie I saw was actually recently though.
Which one?
It was Noelle.
Noelle was G
on Disney Plus.
Is G?
Yeah, Noelle was G.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Don't.
Okay.
It's a Disney Christmas movie.
Damn. At least it's better than a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a step up.
Which I think that's what we should watch
Next.
Right now.
I want to talk about Gremlin. I specifically want to talk about the song that they used.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how the song goes?
Yeah, it goes like this.
Well, I don't want to like copyright.
You use like 10 seconds of it. It's not gonna. They're not gonna copyright.
They will copyright 10 seconds.
No, that's legally.
No, it's fair use. It's legally allowed if you use 6 seconds, but it still gets flagged. They still have legal right to flag it.
What are you gonna do? Make money off this?
Absolutely. No, I was expecting you to sing it.
I don't know how it goes.
See, that's what I was asking. Anyways, I liked it. I liked that song. And I also liked the Theater Fire.
Oh, the Theater Fire is pretty great too.
Yeah. So that's the problem. Gremlins is more violent than Die Hard.
Definitely.
And Die Hard is someone like stepping on glass with his bare feet.
Oh, that seems terrible.
And Gremlins is
not terrible like it's a bad scene, but like it's just ugh.
And Gremlins is still more violent, significantly more violent.
Yeah, they don't put anyone in a freaking microwave.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Does that bother you? Does that ruin Gremlins for you, or does it make it better?
I think it makes it better.
You like the horrifying...
Yeah, I think that makes Gremlins.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't be the same movie if it wasn't for all the violence.
It's thoroughly entertaining.
Definitely.
I was laughing hysterically, especially during the Theater Fire. And also when the guy got the shovel machine. What do you call them?
Mm-hmm. The snowplow.
Snowplows. And he was just like running over that poor guy.
Yeah.
There was one scene that bothered me though, which was when the old lady had a heart attack and then got thrown out her window.
I don't know. I feel like that was karma.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. The problem that I have with Gremlins is stuff like that lady and the parents and or like specifically the dad. There are all of these like 3-year-old jokes in the movie, like the woman feels like she belongs in like a G movie and the dad belongs in a G movie, and they put like an obligatory like 80s dog. Every 80s children's movie had a dog in it.
Because it was an 80s children's movie.
I know, but if I rented this movie to watch horrifying gore and weird gremlins terrorize the town, then
rented the wrong movie.
Then why are you forcing me to
I think that's part of the Gremlins is I think Steven Spielberg took these like kind of cliche-ish movies and kind of made it like...
So you think it's like parodying...
Yeah.
You think it's parodying kids' movies?
Yeah, I think so a little bit.
Well...
And I think it's also supposed to be a kids' movie at the same time.
So like how... Like Cabin in the Woods or like Scream parodies horror movies, but it's still a horror movie.
Yeah. But it's better than both those.
I feel like... Maybe I wish it were more on the nose, though. Is that bad? Is that I'm wishing for something to be unsubtle?
I'm pretentious and I'm wishing for something to be a little bit
Yeah,
less subtle.
yeah. Stop being pretentious. Just get
Anyways, I would like it to. I would have liked the. I guess the woman did talk about like killing a dog.
out. Yeah,
Like,
gruesomely,
slow
slowly.
and
She
painful
talked about how slowly she wanted to kill the dog. Like she deserved to die.
Yeah, I think you're right that
Karma's a bitch.
no, that Gremlins is self-aware.
I feel like it was making fun of 101 Dalmatians.
What other comparisons can we make to Die Hard and Gremlins? Obviously, they're both kind of like Christmas movies, but not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's. So, say we're having a holiday party,
Yes.
and the family wants to put on a Christmas movie. Would you strongly make a case for either of these movies that they are Christmas movies and they should be in the thinking?
No.
No.
No. You always put on Day Without a Santa Claus. It's the best Christmas movie. No cap.
I've never heard of that.
A day without a Santa
Oh, so you'll sing this
Claus.
song, but you won't sing the Gremlins theme? I see how it is.
I don't know though. It's the one with I'm Mr. Freeze-Meister.
Oh.
I'm Mr.
Yeah, okay. See, it's one of the stop motion ones?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's amazing.
I liked,
If you say Rudolph, you're lame.
I feel like the best Christmas movie to watch is Home Alone. Still.
I don't like Home Alone.
I just like, Macaulay Culkin. Especially now, because now he's like a washed up drunk.
Sorry. Did you see the video? He was in a video with Mark Rober.
I did see it recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks very much like a washed up drunk.
Well, I name dropped Red Letter Media. He does stuff with them now, and
Oh,
their
does
whole shtick is drinking, like in watching movies.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
He's an alcoholic.
I think he is. I can't wait until we can be alcoholics.
Cut that, please. I don't know. I don't really like Home Alone all that much. It's good, but like, it's not. It can't be a day without a Santa Claus.
Okay. But neither Die Hard nor Gremlins are like.
I
actual
wouldn't
Christmas.
like watch them with the family.
Oh. But would you watch. If you had to choose between Die Hard and Gremlins, which one would you watch annually?
Die Hard.
Yeah. I think we're both in agreement.
I really like Die Hard. It
Yeah.
has to be one of my favorite action movies.
Yeah. I think.
I don't know.
Well, obviously Die Hard's better than Gremlins. And I think that's mostly due to demographic right now. Because we're like. Gremlins isn't made for us anymore. Well, I guess it's made for me.
Okay.
But it's made for me if I were if I were 15 in the 80s, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's made for 15-year-old kids who have younger siblings and have to go and take them to the movies.
You don't have a younger sibling though.
I know. But I'm just saying that's what it's made for. It's made for kids like that.
Yeah, like I have to take my younger sister my older sister to the movies. That would be the movie I'd want to take her to because she's not allowed to watch grown-up movies.
Yeah. She's not good enough for grown-up movies.
No, she's just not allowed to. They're too scary for her.
Are they too scary for her?
Yeah.
Does she say that?
She cried in Star Wars.
My sister bawled throughout all of Star Wars.
The
8?
last one?
No, 8.
Oh.
She hasn't seen the new one yet.
My sister cried in the new one.
Really?
9.
I bet my sister would too. We'll save this for
Next week.
not next week actually. Not for them. Remember this is still
Oh, yeah. Another week.
Yeah. We'll save this for another week. So I already started this, but we're gonna So why is Die Hard better than Gremlins?
I don't know. I like the scenes in better in Die Hard. I felt more suspenseful in Die Hard.
Well, I think that the villain carried Die Hard for me. What's his name again?
I don't know. I don't really remember.
One,
Claus?
I know that his name is
No.
Hans, but who's the actor that plays him?
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. That yeah. He's
Potter.
He's he's great in this. He it's so weird that he can pull off such a serious role. You know that he's like one of those actors that takes his job very seriously.
Yeah.
Like
And he looks at little kids and says Potter.
like he's like one of those Shakespearean actors who's like, I live my character on set and all that. Like Sir Patrick Stewart's the same way.
And Jared Leto. Oscar nominee Jared Leto.
Anyways, I think it's weird how he got let onto the set for Die Hard, which is very much on kind of not serious, like, haha, let's all have fun movie. It's almost like he doesn't fit, but then his performance is so good that it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Like, he's just so evil. You know, it's like that's probably why he got cast as Snape. Is he just looks and talks so evil.
Dang.
It's true.
Snape carries Harry Potter, no cap.
We like maybe distantly in the future we can cover Harry Potter.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I don't like Harry Potter that much.
Me neither.
Great.
There's better fantasy we can watch coming up, guys. So who's excited for Lord of the Rings?
Okay, you need to acknowledge the fact. So, audience, this is the third episode that we've technically recorded, and it's also the first episode that's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, we started recording these in November, but we were like, oh, if we're going to have two that are not Christmas movies, we should have that one be first, come out first.
Mm-hmm. We're having our Christmas special come out first. It's going to be like the Star Wars Christmas special. People are going to argue if it's great or not.
People argue if it's great?
Yes.
Really?
The Christmas special is the best Star Wars movie.
No,
it's like the actual Star Wars Christmas special. It's going to be terrible. Joking.
Anyways, the problem with Gremlins, guys, we plotted out a structure. We were like, we're going to have a structure. And then I'm just kind of jumping around. I'm like,
he talked about Lord of the Rings.
All right, so on
Harry
3, we're going to
Potter.
say our rating out of 5. And
For which one?
For Die Hard. And we're allowed to use 0.5, so it's basically out of 10.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.5.
Same. I was about to say it, and then I was going to say 9. I was like, oh, wait, it's out of 5, isn't it? Whoops.
Now
We both rated on 4 and a 5. Like, I don't want to give a movie, like, 5 stars. Like, I think I already gave a movie 5 stars.
Didn't you? No, you gave Chef 4 stars.
I gave Chef 4 stars.
I don't think we did it for the Alien episode.
Oh, we didn't do it.
Spoiler alert for the next 2 episodes.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay. No one watches these. Peak. Max peak.
Leave that in, please.
I will absolutely leave that in. Yeah, so I think I would give it 4.5 stars because, again, the parodies almost degrade the original for me. And there's so many things in this movie that are just so corny and so off the wall that it's hard for me. Like, 5 stars goes to the movies that, for me, like, changed my life or, like, significantly impact me.
Spoiler alert for, like, a month in advance. Lord of the Rings is 5 stars for me. Because I agree with you. Like, I feel Lord of the Rings is...
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is...
high quality cinema.
5 stars is reserved for something that I think is perfect or as perfect as a movie can get.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite movies, if you haven't guessed.
I want you to, like, totally write up an essay and just carry the Lord of the Rings episode forward.
No, I'm good.
Absolutely do it. So now, let's rate Gremlins on 3. 1, 2, 3.
3.5.
3.5.
I enjoyed Gremlins. It was a fun, like, romp.
It was
just like it like it's one of those movies that's just like I don't have to watch this again in a while, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself watching Gremlins, and so I think that's a very big factor in what I rated it. How much I enjoyed it myself in the movie.
Yeah. I don't think I have to watch Gremlins ever again.
Okay. I'd probably watch it a couple times.
I enjoyed myself half the time that I watched it.
I'll probably watch it next year.
Really? There's
Probably.
no way. Really?
Yeah. Probably.
Huh. Yeah.
It's one of those movies you're just like, oh, I'll watch that.
You know
and
what?
it's on all the time.
It was enjoyable, but I would really have to be like not giving a fuck to watch Gremlins again.
I'm never giving a fuck, so that's fine.
Yeah, like I just have to be like totally turned off and like just ready to like lay back and watch a weird horror movie that's targeted towards 5-year-olds.
Yeah, but there's many other Spielberg movies I'd rather watch before Gremlins.
Anyways, why do you think Gremlins is so... Why do you think it's a classic?
Why do you think it's a classic?
Because like Gremlins is one of those 80s nostalgia movies. It's in the
Because
same-
it has a Furby in it.
it like really just because it has a cute animal.
It has a cute animal, and I think it has a...
And I guess because Spielberg made it.
Spielberg made it as a cute animal, and it's a fun movie. I think it's a fun movie, at least.
Well, I thought it was fun too. I told you I laughed hysterically during the time
Yeah.
when they all burned.
You laughed hysterically when it's supposed to be funny, and you thought it was scary when it was not supposed to be. When it was supposed to be scary.
Okay, last thing I'm gonna talk about Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird how right after the kitchen scene, they pulled back, and they made the Gremlins like more of comedic relief than actual horror. Like it's almost like Spielberg knew. He was like, okay, this scene is gonna traumatize the kids, and he was like, oh, we need to make this movie like marketable towards kids. We need to have like 3 scenes in a row. The Gremlins were just like jumping around and like smoking 3 cigarettes at a time and doing like really crazy stupid stuff.
Remember, kids, real cool kids don't smoke.
Yeah, if you smoke, you're like a gremlin.
Yeah. Green.
And on that note, Jake, whose turn is it to it would technically be my turn to recommend a movie. If we're believing in the fairy tale of recording this chronologically.
I wonder what 2 movies you're gonna choose.
Well, we only know one of them, don't we? Have we even talked? Okay.
We know what the next one's gonna be.
Well, we do. I don't know if they know.
We already said it in this episode,
I-
stupid. I didn't mean to call you stupid. That was mean of me. Remember, we treat each other with respect here.
Give me 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I
I really hope you put a 5-minute cut in there.
I really had to cry.
Yeah, sorry. He's kind of wiping his tears. I'll give you something to cry about.
Next week, we're going to be watching... Actually, it's worth... I know I'm keeping you in suspense of something you already know. It's worth mentioning. I don't know if we're going to do this weekly or bi-weekly. I think we'll start it off bi-weekly. So, next episode, we'll be watching... Alien
Oh, never mind. Totally off there. Oops.
and Predator.
Yes.
Did you think it was going to be Star Wars?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's what I was doing. Fate of the Duels.
Fate of the Duels.
The one...
Duel of the Fates.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, so
Cut out all that out. Just redo this. Say next time. Say next time.
next time we'll be watching Alien and Predator. What is Alien?
It means a sentient body from another planet.
So we're watching Alien and Predator. I think it's obvious why we're watching Alien.
I've never seen either of them already, even though I'm joking.
I think
We've
it's-
recorded it already.
I think it's obviously obvious. I think it's obvious why we're watching Alien and Predator. We're double featuring though. They're both monster movies and they're both sci-fi horror movies.
And at one point they fought each other.
Twice they fought each other.
Oh yeah, twice they fought each other.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, before I had seen either of those movies, I watched Alien vs Predator.
And you were just so confused.
I chugged my way through it.
Fair enough. So, next episode we will be watching Alien and Predator. Yeah, so I have never seen Predator. But I have seen Alien. Alien is one of my all-time favorites.
We already told them it already got recorded.
Oh, it did already get recorded.
Stupid.
No. So, thank you guys all for watching. I will be linking Red Letter Media in the description, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And also, Jakers X Gaming, if you want to go check them out.
Yeah, because I totally have content on there.
Stay tuned for the next few episodes. You know what? I really don't know how long this podcast is going to run, but it's good fun to make. Like, it's fun to hang out with you, and it's fun to watch 2 movies, and eventually
I am your favorite person.
Remember, if you guys get and recruit consistent viewers, I can convince Jake to watch some weird Russian art movies. And that's all that this is about.
Once you all get to collectively 100 likes, I will watch one weird art movie with you.
Yeah, please don't make it Russian. I don't know any Russian horror movies. Okay, at 100 likes, we will be able to
collectively. Like, it doesn't have to be 100 likes on one video. You can just be all your videos. You can make 100 videos.
If I make 100 videos, I'm liking them all.
With 1 like each.
Absolutely.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Until then, we will see you guys next time when we watch Alien and Predator.